This is the KTLA Morning News.
Well, in the past, pickup trucks were plain old workhorses, but today's trucks are expensive, fancy, and fast.
And the man who built the world's fastest pickup joins KTLA's Car Guys Mike Hansen, Steve Parker in our studio parking lot. I can hear him out there already. The Car Guys are also hosts by way of Mutual Radio's America on the Road, heard locally on KGIL. Hi, guys.
Look at that.
Talk about fancy, huh?
Well, here's Gale Banks in one of the world's fastest pickup trucks.
And we brought an earthquake of our own with us today. This is a 1,300 horsepower pickup truck. And this is Gale Banks' rolling laboratory. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's take a look at the engine on this vehicle.
Well, we're going to start at the back of the truck, and we're going to look at the wing. The wing is going to be used at Bonneville salt flats when this truck is going to run over 200 miles an hour when it gets turned into a four-wheel drive truck. Right now it's two-wheel drive. Gale, you want to describe some of the features on the truck as Richard shows them to us?
Well, what he's looking at is the wing that's intended to keep this thing on the ground above 200. Our goal for the thing is 225.
Now, you already ran a truck at over 200. Your company built the world's fastest pickup for GMC, the Syclone, that ran at 210 at Bonneville?
Yes, we've run 210 with the Syclone. This thing is probably good for 2.5.
250 miles an hour. Now, these tires don't have any treads. It looks like they gypped you on the treads.
Well, these are, yeah, we cheated a little. This is intended to be a street truck, but these are racing tires. We're looking to get Goodyear to build us a street version of this tire.
Okay, maybe we can take a look at the engine now, and as you describe it to us, and you build all this stuff out in Azusa, California, right?
Yeah, we build almost everything you see there. This is a 502 cubic inch Chevrolet Marine engine from our Marine engine line. It's twin turbocharged. It's fuel injected with our tune port fuel injection.
Now the truck as it is about 1,300 horsepower. It's not street legal, but you can build a version of this truck at about 600 horsepower that's emissions legal.
That's what we're intending to do. This one is just kind of a calling card.
Now, if somebody was to buy a truck like this, what would it cost them, and are you going to make these available?
In the 600 horsepower version, we'd like to, yeah. And our target price is about $38,000, somewhere in there.
Well, that's not too bad. Gale, tell us a little bit about why you build trucks like this. Isn't it sort of a rolling laboratory?
Well, we're in the truck power business, but mainly RVs, motorhomes, trailering vehicles, things of that nature. This gives us kind of a test bed to try new ideas and kind of the top of the pyramid in terms of development. So we get hundreds of horsepower more here in our normal hardware, 80 or 100 more for somebody who's towing.
Well, the thing about pickup trucks, customizing your pickup truck actually started here in Southern California. And many people now, in place of a sports car, this is essentially a two-seat sports car with a large trunk, really. And the whole thing, it's taken off across the country. A truck that you developed was actually sold by General Motors. It's called the Syclone. Yes. And of course, there's some news today that GMC Truck, the people who build that Syclone, may be one of those divisions affected by this news. We'll talk more about that later. But this is an outstanding piece of machinery.
This is a unique marketplace. Basically, improving performance of vehicles is something that's valid in about a $6 billion market.
I think we should point out that when you actually do improve the horsepower, you generally improve the fuel economy as well.
That's our whole thing, is engine efficiency.
It isn't a waste. This is a rolling laboratory, but it's not a waste. Can you give us a little demonstration of its power now?
Sure.
All right.
Back in the truck, and Gale Banks from Gale Banks Engineering. This is one of the fastest pickup trucks in the world, and we're going to take a look now at what it can do. 1,300 horsepower, 502 cubic inches, twin turbochargers.
This is what 1,300 horsepower will do.
And that's it from the Car Guys. Do you have any questions from the studio?
You know, it strikes me, there's the phone number if you have any questions for the Car Guys, 1-800-229-2687. But it strikes me, you know, he looks like a banker. He doesn't look like somebody who would be building souped-up trucks.
Well, Gale's been doing this for about 30 years. He has degrees in mechanical engineering and electrical engineering, and he builds trucks like that the manufacturers take out to Bonneville, take to racetracks, but mostly he's in the power business for motorhomes, RVs, work trucks, sport trucks. Big 50,000 square foot facility out in Azusa.
I'm taking my motorhome after I saw this. I'm signing up.
You're getting that power pack. Boy, 1,300 horses.
So he doesn't sell these to regular folks, huh?
Well,
These are
that
sort of-
particular one that we have here, we had to bring it here on a trailer this morning because it's illegal to run it on the street. But you will be able to buy in the near future a 600 horsepower version of this truck that will be legal, emissions legal, safety legal, and it's about half the power of the truck we had here this morning. This truck will be featured in a lot of magazines in the next few months, so this was a real exclusive for the morning news.
You know, if Mark Kriske had this in Hawaii, he wouldn't have had to fly back. He could have driven it back across.
I was just wondering, actually, does he have a couple of moments? Do you think maybe he could just kind of look under the hood? I'm sure whatever problems I have would maybe take 5 minutes to...
Mark, Gale has a Firebird like yours that's gone over 300 miles an hour at Bonneville.
It's not like mine. Nothing like mine.
Well, it doesn't have any rust on it, but it looks pretty good.
The only thing that goes through Mark at 300 miles an hour is a rust.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.